Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of The Pull List presented by Madman Productions. We're your hosts, Donavon, Thompson, and
Matt Mitchell.
So we've been listening to podcasts for a very long time. Eventually we're like, hey, let's just do our own.
Yeah, no one talks about all the stuff we like to talk about.
And we like to talk about the stuff that you want to hear, so it kind of works out that way.
Or at least that we want to hear,
So
that's
at least
most important.
There will be 2 views on the YouTube channel. So if you see those 2, it's like, oh, I know who those were. So, Matt, you want to get us started?
Yeah, so basically, since this is the first episode, we don't know what we're doing, and probably never will, but it's the pull list because when you buy comics, usually you have a subscription on a pull list, and that's what you get every week. So we're basically just going to talk about comic books and stuff we like, and things that go along with that, like movies coming out and stuff like that. I think the first thing we should do is just talk about our own pull lists. And Don, I'm going to let you go first because we're going to do our top 5. And I got a few extra built in because I don't want to have any overlap.
Oh, we're gonna have 2 or 3 overlaps.
Yeah, so
I already know 3 we're gonna have.
I have a couple extras, so you go first and I'll try to fill them in. Hopefully you won't pick.
I know I'm going to pick
8 of mine
automatically. Well, for those that know me, I'm a big Green Lantern fan automatically. I have the entire Jeff Johns run, so I'm currently reading 1, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps, and then
it's like 8. I didn't even think about.
Are you reading that?
No. But I'm saying Green Lantern. There's a lot of those.
Yeah. Then the other one, my number 2 is, this is not specific order, is Green Lanterns, with Simon Boz and Jessica Cruz, and then my third one, and here's some overlap, The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because Amazing Spider-Man is my favorite character.
Yeah, he's up there. He's top.
Right. And then we got a Spider-Man.
We got astronaut Spider-Man. Right?
We got astronaut. Who has Space Spider-Man? And they're back to the podcast.
That was an issue actually.
It was
pretty recent. We went with Human Torch.
Big time. Yeah. That was.
And he couldn't. Human Torch. They were in space, so Human Torch couldn't flame on because it'd eat up all the oxygen. Yeah. Super cool nerd fact for you guys.
Dan Slott, we actually love you.
Yeah.
So you keep doing your thing, Dan Slott. So that's 3. Here's another overlap for you. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's great.
It's good, man.
IDW, killing it.
They really are
killing it.
It's a modern update of what we saw in the 90s.
Yeah, it's basically, and you brought this up. It's basically cool because you get to see the Power Rangers, but they look good. It doesn't look like it's a VHS tape. It looks like they're drawn with really good art and stuff. So it's cool.
Specifically the Megazords.
Yes, that's part.
Because cool
robot.
Because they're they're not like a man.
It's not a guy in a suit. It's a robot.
And that's granted that's really cool. But this is I
still like that.
Everything's real sleek. The waist is tiny because it's like a robot, and you don't have to have a guy in it. You know? So it looks really cool. So
it's I still like I like guys in suits. Fake giants, but it's probably better to have a real robot.
Yeah.
If I had to pick.
The new movie's coming out. We'll talk about that probably in another episode. So that's 4. My 5th one is, and again, this is just the top 5 for me, is All-Star Batman. Scott Snyder.
I didn't think about that one.
Yeah, see, Scott Snyder's great. We have a hate-hate relationship
with John Romita.
Romita?
So some people say it. We've always said Ramada. John Romita Jr. sucks.
He is not a good artist.
You hit it here first.
Yeah. Sorry, Romita. Okay, look, you've accomplished a lot of things in life.
None of them I would commend you for, though.
But,
it's so bad.
Drawing's not one of them.
It's square.
Yeah.
Everyone's just square.
I don't know what's happening on
I don't know why it's a big deal. He went to DC exclusive, and they were like, yeah, this is awesome. And I was like, well, Marvel gets more of my money, so there could be a correlation there. Because man, John Romita Jr. is just so bad.
Yeah, he did Captain America. He did Spider-Man for a while.
He did one of the Hulk. I think he did World War Hulk, which just makes me not like that as much.
Yeah. Man, oh man.
What was this, amateur hour?
I know. I'm already dropping stuff. That's my top 5. Yeah. All-Star Batman. But Scott Snyder's great.
Oh, yeah.
Get my boy Greg Capullo back.
He can do no wrong.
And then we'll start talking shop for All-Star Batman. But it's my top 5 just because Scott Snyder's writing it. And I love everything that man touches. So, that's my top 5. That's just among the many I read. Matt?
Yeah, those are actually not a whole lot of overlap. My number 1, and this probably is in particular order just because I look forward to reading this the most. And a lot of these other books are bi-weekly and things like that, so you get them, which means you get them twice a month. This one's only monthly, and it's not a Marvel or a DC book, but it's called Rom the Space Knight, and it's awesome. Because if you like Iron Man, it's kind of like Iron Man, but also if you like John Carpenter's The Thing, it's kind of more like that. And what Rom was basically, and the reason I started buying it was because back in the day, you would like open up an old comic from the 80s or something, and there'd be this horrible action figure, just a hunk of plastic, of a guy with like a ray gun. He was Rom the Space Knight. And even as a kid, I was like, "That's stupid. That looks stupid." It looked awful.
I don't remember.
But you don't remember that? It's like he's like a. I bet if I showed you, you remember.
Oh, maybe yeah.
But he has like a little ray gun and stuff, and he sucked. He was an awful thing. I don't think they sold very many. But back then, how everything worked was, this is gonna be a little more long-winded than others. How everything worked was, if they made something, if they couldn't put it in a movie or something, they would get comic books to help promote, like G.I. Joe and shows like that. So Rom actually got his own comic from Marvel, and the toys didn't sell, but the comic did. So Marvel kind of rolled with the Rom comic books, and it was real cool. I assume I've not actually read the original Marvel, but I know it lasted a decent chunk, and everyone really liked it. Well, now in the day of like toy properties getting bought, IDW Comics publishes like Transformer comics and G.I. Joe. They have Judge Dredd and Alien and Predator, I believe, too, which used to be Dark Horse. But they got Rom, and they're like, man, remember how Rom was a real terrible toy? Let's make him a real cool guy. And basically, he's clad in this armor, and he can never take it off, because if he does, he'll die. And his whole planet was destroyed by like this race of like these evil things called dire wraiths. And what they are is basically they are the monster from The Thing, where like if they touch you, if they like get into you, they like just overwrite your DNA and they like mutate into like disgusting creatures and stuff. And Rob ain't having it because he lost everybody, so he ends up going to Earth. And I believe in the original Marvel comics, the first arc was called like he had to. I don't remember what it was called. I was gonna say Earthfall, but I think that's just exclusively the new one. But he went to Earth to stop the dire wraiths before they could take seed. But in this series, since it's like different, it's much more mature. He goes and he's already too late, and they're already in Earth, and they're like these disgusting, like they just like stab people and they just rip out. It looks like stuff from a John Carpenter movie, and he just thrashes them. Like it's so easy for him to kill these guys, but the thing is, he's trying to save Earth, but they're so embedded in like the military and things like that. It's really cool. It's a cool read. So
yeah, I didn't know nothing about it.
It's awesome.
No, I mean The Thing and like
that's the thing. It's like he fights the Thing. It's awesome.
Like, what was that?
It's cool because he had I know I'm going too long on this one, but he had that really crappy gun. This is spoilers for like around issue 3 or something. He had that real crappy gun as in the toy. Well, he has like this other gun that looks real cool, but at one point he's like fighting this like town that they've taken over a whole town, and his gun turns into the really crappy one from the toy, and it just like obliterates a whole town. So it's like his ultimate thing. It's like it's really cool throwback.
Yeah, it's a cool throwback. Yeah.
It's a cool thing. But that's enough about Ron. I can talk about him for days.
What's your number 2, Matt?
My number 2. This one's also they get shorter as they go. Number 2 is I believe it's Tartanovsky's Cage, and Tartanovsky is
never heard it yet.
He made Dexter's Laboratory, Samurai Jack, I think the Powerpuff Girls, and he wanted to do this Luke Cage comic way before like this TV show came out. And I have a feeling it was supposed to be Power Man, but since the Netflix show came out, they're like, yeah, we're just gonna let you release this now, but we're gonna call it Cage. But basically, it's really cartoony. It's really fun. It's about Luke Cage back when he was Power Man, so it's 70s. It makes fun of like 80s and 70s like time frame, and it's just really fun. It's a really funny comic, and it's fantastic. And then I'll cut this up. I had Spider-Man, but we're gonna knock that one out. You know me, if you know me at all, you know I love Aquaman, and he's probably my favorite superhero, which says something about these other 2 comics that he's 4th, but technically 3rd on the list. Aquaman's great. I love him. He's an underdog. He's always something to root for. Here recently, he's gotten a little too like political about stuff. Not that some people really enjoy that. I just want to see him like punch people because I'm like a little kid, and I think that's better. And the last few issues has him fighting this called, I believe it, The Woolly Man, who's an awful villain, but it was a great read, real fun. And but the new stuff coming out it looks like it's going to start focusing more on that political side, which I think everyone's tired of hearing about politics. So we'll see how Aquaman stays on that list, but as of right now, he's still on there. I love him to death. And then we have The Punisher, which is fantastic. Except, Wade, are we alright?
Yeah, I'll just...
Wade's our camera guy.
Oh my goodness, this can be cut, right?
Yeah.
I just 12 minutes.
Wade's our. If you guys know, Wade Rainey is our camera guy. He is.
We love him to death.
He is. His hair is beautiful. You'll never
He
get to
is
see
magnificent.
it. You'll never
hair.
get to see it.
You will never see
Never. It is magnificent, though. I wish I had to have hair like that. I wish my voice wouldn't crack, too. The next one is The Punisher. Always love The Punisher. Frank Castle is one of my favorite characters of all time. Good anti-hero. The art is the same guy who did Welcome Back Frank, which may be the best Punisher story. However, I don't like that art, so that's the only reason The Punisher's this low on the list is because I'm not everyone's just, like, for a Punisher comic where he's killing people and, like, torturing mafia members, it's really clean looking. It just looks, everyone looks super clean. It's kind of jarring. It's weird. And then my fifth one, jumping into, I went from some really obscure ones to one of the most popular ones ever now. Deadpool, because Deadpool's always solid. It's been solid for the past few years. They've really given him like an actual character arc instead of just being like, I'm zany, I know different stuff. And ever since that, they've just been, they used to have Brian Posehn, a comedian, used to write it with Gary Dugan, and it was just hilarious. Ever since the relaunch, the most current relaunch, Brian Posehn is off of it, and it's still great. It's a little less funny and a little more serious, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's always a good read. You'll never, like, if you pick up any Deadpool book, you'll probably enjoy it. It may not be the best thing, but you'll enjoy it. That's my 5. That's my 5.
Of course, we read Spawn. Love you, Todd McFarlane.
Love you, Tom McFarlane. You're not a very good writer.
McFarlane? Oh!
You can draw good. Cut that way!
I thought this earlier today. I was like, we're going to this podcast, and we're going to bring up how his writing...
Cut that part where I said he was a bad writer, Wade.
Todd
You can leave this in.
Todd McFarlane, you're a great writer.
I love how he writes because...
His writing is just like, there's no exposition. It's just like, he just gets right to it.
See, I was going to say, the thing is, he just repeats stuff so much, so I'll never forget it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know, in one paragraph, he might mention that this guy's the devil, but then in the next sentence, he'll also say that he's the devil.
See,
that way
good.
you don't forget.
That's good for me, because, like, 6 words and I'm out. Like,
yeah, I'm usually...
My brain just, I can't remember it. So, like, him repeating that stuff, McFarlane, thank you. And that's twice I've
You've done too much for us. Amateur hour over here.
Amateur hour.
Amateur hour.
Shit.
On the pull list.
That's the pull list, the top 5. Are we doing a little segment called...
Okay, here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
I've got some obscure characters for Donavon. Most of these I do know, but I know one he will get for sure. I'm going to challenge you to get 3.
How many are you going to tell me?
5. So
Oh
3
my
out of
gosh,
5.
that's hard.
So that's over. That's still like that's barely passing.
I know. That's ridiculous.
Okay, I think you'll have an easier time than this. What do you think? Okay, you want me to go?
Spider-Man.
You
DC.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that's it. Who is Clark Kent? Okay.
I was hoping that was your first one.
Number 1. And if you ask me about these characters, I will try to give you as much background as I can if you need it. But I can't give some. I can't.
Oh, in that case, just hell. Tell me.
It'll instantly give it away. Okay, number 1, the Terror. Do you think the Terror would be a Marvel or a DC character? We don't have any of these third-party publishers. No one cares about you, Dark Horse.
Sorry, Image.
Sorry, Todd. I do love Image.
I do love Image too.
We'll get to you. We're saving for an anniversary episode for that.
Yeah, for Todd to come in. We'll
When
find.
you come
out
in,
how we
Todd.
do. The Terror. I'd be kind of quick on this. I can't think on too long.
Do you need to know something about him?
What's his? How did he get his superpowers?
Okay.
What is his superpowers?
He fought a demonic green bear and killed it, and it was a demon possessed the bear, from what I could take it. But he got the demon's curse, and basically he's constantly rotting, and he has to. This is real morbid. First character. He's a good guy though. He's not like a bad guy. I don't even think he's like.
I know where my heart's leaning on this.
He barely goes into anti-hero, But he has to kill like other bad guys and stuff, and he has to replace his body parts with theirs, but he's green, and he can like. At one point, he was alive way back in like medieval times, and he ended up like getting this metal arm from a knight, and it was like the only thing that would last. And then he loved this. He fell in love with this woman, and the arm got busted.
Okay, I'm gonna have to just shoot.
Go.
I'm gonna be wrong, DC.
You are wrong.
Damn it!
His name is also Shrek, but with a CK, not just a K.
Damn.
He's green.
I don't know why. I was thinking
So
just
he may be an inspiration for Shrek.
I was thinking kind of, I don't know, grosser, and I was thinking like Justice League Dark.
No,
like
I knew that would get you.
Constantine, like Swamp Thing. I was thinking that kind of stuff. Okay, no, next one.
Okay, this next character is called Slapstick. He's called Slapstick.
Yeah.
I told you they were going to be obscure. You want to know something about him?
Yeah, please tell me.
Okay, basically, his name was Steve Harmon, and he was a class clown, and he had this rival...
Hell, it's not Marvel because there's no SS.
he had this rival bully, and he followed him. He's like, I'm going to play a prank on this guy, but they ended up getting pulled into this portal. The bully and the bully's girlfriend got pulled to the portal. He's like, wait, this isn't right, and he followed after him, and when he did, the portal closed, and it basically turned him into a living cartoon character. He's a good guy.
Was Marvel's the last one? Right?
Marvel was the last one.
Marvel was the last one? So I'm going to go with... I don't know what I want to do. I'm just going to guess. I'm going to be wrong. Man, I don't know this stuff. Marvel.
It is Marvel.
I knew it the whole time!
There's a theme.
I was testing
There's
you,
a theme with these two, and the thing is, these were both recently in Deadpool, Mercs for Money. And they were part of Deadpool's mercenary team. Slapstick's getting his own comic.
See, man, you guys know this. I don't read Deadpool right now.
The Terror is not. The Terror is not getting his own comic.
Alright, that's one. I got one.
You got one. So only two more. And hey, this next one's a give me.
Should be three more.
You only got to get one more.
I thought to get 3 out of 5.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. You suck. You can only miss one more. This one's a give me.
No, I mean, I just need to get one more right to get 3 out of 5.
Okay. This is a give me because you are just going to need one more after this. Wild Dog.
I know this. I think I know this one.
Yeah, you probably do know it. You know it better than I would. So think about that.
Oh, wait, I know it. Oh, fuck. It's called DC because he's an Arrow right now.
Yeah, that's why.
Bam!
I didn't know
watch him.
I didn't know he was an Arrow until after I made the list. He's got a cool in the comics. He's got like a cool little dog on his chest.
He's kind of like right now an Arrow. He's kind of the
Punisher. Because
he's also, I was gonna say, he's kind of the bitch in the show.
He was made to be like a knockoff of the Punisher. And fun fact,
did he wear a hockey mask in the comics?
Yes.
That's what he wears in the show.
They made him to be like, here's our vigilante, and he is actually in Action Comics. Like back when Superman, they took a break from just doing Superman. They had like a bunch of different like serials, and he was in it. And he's also right now 2016. So I'm super dating this podcast. DC just launched Young Animal. Mm-hmm. And he is apparently a guest character a side character in Cave Carson Has a Cybernetic Eye.
Man, okay.
So you got two. So you got
I was like, man, Wild Dog sounds familiar. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I didn't know that till later. I was like, well, he'll know who that is then.
Well, that's good. That's fine.
Okay.
Give me one.
These next two. Okay, you only got to get one more.
I know.
So you got two.
I mean, I'm
okay, this one you should know this one too. Peter Platinum.
Well, you know that double P alliteration. Sounds like old Marvel to me.
Is that your final answer? Yes, it was, and you're wrong.
I didn't say it. I didn't say my final answer.
Yeah, because after I said that, you waited. Yeah.
Always not waiting because he has a tail. He can't lie. So.
I can't. That's why we got to get
I knew it as soon as I was like, no, I was going to say it's not. Okay.
Sure you are. Anyways, Peter Platinum was in one issue ever, and he was in Booster Gold 1 million, and he was a...
DC 1 million.
You were there when I bought this issue. You just don't remember.
Yeah, I don't look at
but
every
Peter Platinum.
Oh, man. Like, man, that's one Peter. What's his name?
Peter Platinum.
Oh, man, that's one Peter Platinum, man.
He's in one issue. He's supposed to be like... Booster Gold sees him. He's like, "Oh, you're the worst version of me." Okay, you have to get this last one.
What was that? That was DC, wasn't it?
Yes.
So we had Marvel. I'm going like this. We had Marvel.
DC. So go by that.
I wonder what the next one's gonna be.
Okay. Golden Oldie.
Golden.
The Golden Oldie.
I think I know this.
Go ahead, tell me this. If you know it.
I said I think
Since it's so easy, why don't you think it out loud?
The golden oldie.
The golden.
Can you give me
oldie.
something? Can you give me
I can't
something?
give you anything
Can you give me nothing?
because it'll instantly give it away.
The golden oldie.
I'll give you their backstory as soon as you fail or pass. If you pass, I'll give you the backstory. If not, then everybody will just be in. I'll pull the curtain.
Then everyone's in the dark. The golden oldie.
The golden oldie.
You know, to me, it sounds.
The first thing you say is what you. First thing you say out loud is what we have to take.
Well, I'm gonna go with Marvel.
You're 100% right. You got 3. Golden oldie is Aunt May.
I'm the king.
Is Aunt May.
That is Aunt May.
She becomes a Herald of Galactus, and
I forgot about that.
It was in an issue where it's making fun of the old ad where there's Hostess fruit pies.
Yes.
And Aunt May ends up finding a guy to make giant Hostess fruit pies for Galactus, so he didn't eat worlds.
I knew that, kinda.
So there, I gave you Wild Dog.
You did. You didn't give me anything. I knew it.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching Arrow.
Yeah,
like
all these words you go, I guess.
Whatever.
You sound real rock solid in those opinions.
Hey, I got it. 3 out of 5.
You got it. You're right. You succeeded.
That's all that matters.
How we doing on time?
Golden oldie. Yeah, we're our time 13 minutes.
We have left.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting it 21.
We were at 21 minutes. Yeah. I meant that.
We got 13 left. Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
We go ahead.
Also, wait on all these segments. I want you to digitally keep this in the podcast. I want you to digitally make title cards for everything and have them sling in with the animations. So just whenever you get that, man.
Right there.
Yeah, I
Madman
want
Productions.
to come in.
Madman Productions. And now it's gone.
Yeah, the pull list. I want you to have some comic guys like fighting over some comics. They're pulling on it. It'll be sweet. It'll be rad. Can't wait for you to put that in there. Can't wait to see it, Wade.
I wanted the guys' faces to look just like me and Matt's.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be super jacked too.
Yeah.
Okay, not top. Doctor Strange comes out tomorrow. This is
Super dating this podcast.
We're dating the podcast.
It's hard not to with comic books and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's just part of it. Doctor Strange comes out tomorrow. We have tickets to see the IMAX 7:00 3D show.
We don't have special edition tickets though.
We don't. That's not my fault. I tried to go get them. They're like a special print they had. Like they look really cool.
But in case you guys are wondering, we don't have them.
Yeah, we don't. Sorry. Anyway, we're going to watch Doctor Strange tomorrow. We're not watching it tonight. We got other stuff going on, like this podcast we're filming.
We're seeing it opening weekend, though. That's what counts.
We are seeing opening week. We're seeing opening day, technically, because Thursday's not. It's a special showing on Thursdays. So we thought we'd, since in honor of the MCU, which we love, we would kind of rank the films. There's 13 of them so far. Tomorrow, Doctor Strange is the 14th film. And we kind of rank from lowest to highest, and we'll see where our lists differ. I know they differ because we have different opinions on stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll just kind of we'll hit one. We'll kind of talk about it a little bit, why we like this one, why we don't like it, and then we'll just go from there. You want to start? What's number 13 for you?
Oh, start at the bottom.
Yeah, we got to lead up to number 1.
Okay, my number 13 is Thor 1.
Thor 1?
Thor 1.
Mine's Thor 2. Thor the
You
Dark
like
World.
Thor 1 better than Thor 2?
I do, actually. The more I think about it, the more I like Thor. I like Thor 1 better than Thor the Dark World.
Is it because Thor's super lame in it?
No, because...
Is it because Hawkeye sits there and is an idiot and won't shoot Thor?
Hey, it's just a cool introduction to Hawkeye.
For Hawkeye?
It's not bad, considering we've never seen Hawkeye in a movie before.
His
it's
introduction in Avengers is better.
Where he becomes a supervillain? Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was originally a supervillain. That's why that's cool.
Yeah. I like Thor because I like the relationship between him and Loki better. I do not
I know you love the romance.
I don't like Jane Foster in either one of them. So by the time 2 rolls around, I feel like we're just staying on Earth because we need to keep him with Jane Foster. And I don't like that really at all. I don't like the villain, the Dark Elf, Malekith.
Yeah, he's a bad representation.
That's not, from what I've read, and not a whole lot of Malekith, that's not a good Thor
I'll give
villain.
that Loki is the superior villain because he's also had 3 movies.
Yeah.
So he's probably the best villain Marvel has, but because he's got to be in 3 movies.
I think even at that point, Thor, he was a better villain, if just taking into account than Malekith was. And, I mean, also, I like him getting the hammer in the first one. And then the second one has better action set pieces. I'll give it that one, which I'm all about.
It's got a better ending. A cooler final fight, I think.
It's okay. I think it has too much humor in it, though. They really just, like, I don't know. I'm so, granted, when I first watched it, I was like, oh, I like this one better than Thor 1. But the more I've watched them a lot, I've thought about it. So,
Our next one's going to be different.
Well, so we have 13, Thor.
13, Thor 2.
Thor
I'm sorry, Thor and Thor 2.
Okay. 12.
You go first this time.
Mine's Thor. So,
Mine's
I know what this one is.
Iron Man
And
3. That movie is hot garbage.
It's not hard garbage. Last time he watched it, he said he actually enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it.
But that don't make it hard garbage.
But I enjoyed it.
I don't know. I eat hard garbage. I'm like, this is real good.
Well, maybe you should be eating hot garbage because I don't eat it. I just know what it is. Also, I do enjoy it. I enjoy it more than Thor 1. But what's that saying? That's my least favorite.
You still like Thor 1, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
alright.
okay, yeah. So
I watch it.
So
It's my least favorite, though, by far.
Iron Man 3 is a little up higher on the list. Not much higher, honestly. That's surprising.
Okay, I'll go with my number
That
3.
surprise you?
That does surprise
Yeah,
me.
that-
Here's my next one because
Yeah, go
we're
ahead.
just treading the same ground now. Thor 2 is my 11.
Thor
2. So it goes Thor, Iron Man, Thor 2.
Okay. Mine is The Incredible Hulk.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
That movie is so
I
much
knew,
better.
I knew this
That
was
movie
like
is so much
infuriating
better.
him. I love The Incredible Hulk. Don't get me
It's
wrong.
great.
I think it's a great movie.
It's probably the most disjointed because of Edward Norton.
I think Mark Ruffalo's better. I think Edward Norton's cooler as the Hulk. I think Mark Ruffalo has a more damaged, you really see it get to him more as the Hulk.
I think Mark Ruffalo looks more like Bruce Banner.
I think he does too. And
Edward Norton's a little skinny.
he is. Incredible Hulk's awesome. The final fight in
Fight's awesome.
and
One of the best final fights in all the
it's
MCU.
in same place as Luke Cage.
New York?
New York, but it's
The Bronx?
no.
The ghetto? I don't know.
No.
The slums? I don't know.
I can't think of it where it's at. Man, I just watched Luke Cage.
Hell's Kitchen?
No, that's not.
That's Daredevil. But
That's Daredevil. Anyway,
Crime Alley?
no. Yeah.
I did it.
The Kent Farm. Okay. So my number, that's Incredible Hulk, is number 10. So what's your number? Sorry, it's my 11. What's your number 10?
Avengers 2.
Wow. Mine's actually not farther. I mean, we're not really that far off, actually.
Yeah, we are because Incredible Hulk's my number 1.
No, it's not. Lie.
Incredible Hulk for life. I love you, Edward
I
Norton.
love the Incredible. I saw this is incredible.
Edward Norton, I hope
No
you
pun
come
intended.
back. I hope you come back as Grey Hulk.
I signed a
That'd be
petition online for Edward Norton
to come back.
to be the Hulk still. I love Mark Ruffalo. I love you. You're doing a great job. I look
I
forward to
love
Ragnarok.
when the casting was getting announced, Robert Downey Jr. came out. He was like, in returning from his role from the Incredible Hulk, Edward Norton, everybody, and Mark Ruffalo walked out. It was awesome.
So, my number 10 is
10.
this is surprising. It's Ant-Man.
It is surprising. Mine's
What's your 10?
mine's a chunk above it. My 10 was Avengers 2.
Avengers 2. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. So, what's your number 9?
Captain America 1.
We're not far off. My number 9 is Iron Man 3.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's not. So we're not really that far off. Iron Man 3. When we watched this movie actually early before it came out. We screened it early, and when the Mandarin twist happened, we had to talk about the Mandarin twist.
That's so bad.
I was sitting there watching, and I was like, I was in shock. I was in awe. Shaw. I was in shock.
Shaw, he had a blanket over him.
I was in
It was
shock
wild.
and awe
It was wild.
that this was happening in front of me. And me and Matt looked at each other like, this ain't a real thing. And it was a real thing. And I was really burnt after the movie. And for me,
Because it's hot garbage.
I'm a huge Shane Black fan.
I'm a huge Iron Man fan. I like what Iron Man used to be before hot garbage Black got a hold of him and threw it down his throat.
And
You love that suit in it, right?
I don't really super
The
care
all
for
gold suit.
I don't care for the Mark 42. Not really. I really don't like the 42.
I don't like that he did all this. I don't like that. He's like, I'm going to make 42 suits for this one set piece and then blow them all up.
I thought it was cool.
Now Marvel has to be like, the Mark, they just go for like one a movie now.
Yeah, they just give him one. I like the plot to it. I know more. I started appreciating the Mandarin twist, and they kind of fixed it. They saved face with the All Hail the King short, which is just them saving face. It was not pre-planned.
I like the Christmas stuff.
I
don't like Robert Downey Jr. calling the little kid names because his dad left him, because that's not what a superhero would do.
I like the movie.
I like superheroes. I don't like hot garbage.
Number.
It's awesome.
The next one on my list is Captain America: The First Avenger. See, we're not far off.
No, we're not just a couple.
We're just like kind of missing.
Except Incredible Hulk, because mine's at number 1.
We'll see. Okay, and What's your next one? Oh, first of all, Captain America is amazing.
Yeah, we both talked about Cap, so we should go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain America 1's great.
Awesome. Joe Johnson, thank you.
They're great. This will come up again, but because they're all different.
Everyone complains about Red Skull, but like
Red Skull's a good villain.
I'm like, he's a Nazi. You have to hate him. It's already pre-programmed in your brain to not like him as a villain.
Hugo Weaving's a good actor.
He is good. You come back for Infinity War, please.
My next one is Ant-Man.
See, we're not far.
I had to move some stuff up. Ant-Man. Because Ant-Man's great. I think...
It was great.
Well, there's a couple sequels, but the only one that has... Well, a few sequels beat it, but I generally like the ones that aren't sequels. That's not necessarily true. Forget what I'm saying. Ant-Man's great. It's really good. Like, it ranking this high just means I really, really like it.
It was
like,
great.
I would give it like an 8 or 9 out of 10. That's what
It was nice after Age of Ultron, just kind of like, hey, here's a movie that's not so jam-packed, and we get like a new character. We've been with Hulk and Incredible, or
it was funner.
Captain America and Iron Man.
It was a lot funner.
It's good. Scott Lang,
I actually like Ant-Man a lot. So.
Yeah, the equivalent of Malik's Aquaman. I like Ant-Man a lot.
You have the first appearance of Ant-Man.
I had the first appearance of Scott Lang, Ant-Man.
The Ant-Man now.
Yeah. So my next one is Avengers: Age of Ultron. So we're not very far off.
Mine is in a second spot from the first, The Incredible Hulk.
What number are we at? Because mine's slightly off on numbers. We're at number. We just said 7.
Yeah.
That was 7, right?
Yeah. Sure, I numbered mine.
Okay. My next one up, this would be number 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
That matches up with my numbers that I wrote down.
Okay. So this is number 7. Mine's Iron Man. What's yours, Matt?
That's wild. Iron Man 2.
I actually gave Iron Man 2 higher than Iron Man.
That's wild. I was thinking about it.
People would hate me for this.
No, I was conflicted. It's gonna be weird.
This is a hard list to write.
It's weird to write it because these could all change in an instant. If I rewatched one of these movies, it could jump up. But Iron Man 2, and this actually got moved around because originally I wrote this list and it was below Ant-Man. I was like, what? I rewrote it. But no, Iron Man 2, it's awesome. It is the only time, and he doesn't even get full credit, it's the only time Iron Man actually beats his own supervillain, which I like. I get to see Iron Man and War Machine team up in one of the best finales ever.
It's really good.
So I would say that's one of my favorite fight scenes in all the Marvel movies is when War Machine and Iron Man fight all those drones.
Hammer tech drones?
Not the chase before.
Okay.
But that fight is just awesome.
So mine was Iron Man, yours was Iron Man 2? Right?
Yes, yeah.
My next one is Iron Man 2, and yours is
Captain America 2.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
This is where it's going eventually.
This is
because you're an idiot and like hot garbage and don't want the Hulk.
Captain America 2 is
Captain America
close
2
to the top. Well,
it's in my top 5.
Yeah, it should be top 3. So, like mine. So anyway,
my top 3 rules. People agree with my top 3.
They'll agree with my top 3 more than your top 3.
No, they won't. No,
they actually may agree with your top 3 better, depending on.
I know they will.
Actually, if you have the 3, I think you do what you do. They will agree with yours better than mine. Okay, so
because real people don't like hot garbage.
Anyway, the next after that for me is Guardians of the Galaxy, which will be Matt's top 3. So
it's not.
Then people won't agree with you then.
Because Guardians is mine.
Really? So we're both. We're both at number. That's our 5th one.
It's our 4th.
4th. Okay. Yeah. Cool. 4th. That's right. 4. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy. It's great.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy is awesome.
Whenever we
Enough
first
said.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel's in it.
Can't wait for the second one. Give me some more. All right. The soundtrack's amazing. Chris Pratt's incredible.
Vin Diesel also incredible.
What's your 3rd one?
Iron Man 1.
Okay. Yeah.
People will agree. Most people say it's their strongest movie.
Yeah. People say Guardians of the Galaxy is their strongest movie. You
tell us. They need 5 superheroes to carry that movie. Iron Man carries his own.
You tell us in the comments. Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow kills the bad guy.
Shut up.
Tell us in the comments what your top 5 is. We'll almost wrap this up. Number 2.
Avengers 1. Which is also yours, isn't it?
Number 3 is Avengers.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So what's your number 2 then?
My number 2 is Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
See, my number 2 is Avengers 1.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Avengers 1's great, but I think Winter Soldier, I try to think about that movie, I just get giggles. Can't help it.
Wait, so what's Winter Soldier for you?
Number 2.
Okay, so then our same Captain America 3 is both our number one.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
because that movie's awesome.
Yes, it is number one.
Yeah.
You know, I think Captain America: The Winter Soldier is a better Captain America movie, just because I just there's so many cool moments in that. And I love the espionage, but Civil War, man, it's just like you get
Civil
really
War's
cool.
a better Marvel movie.
It's a better Marvel movie, and that's what this list
great.
is about. You get a really good Spider-Man. Black Panther is incredible. You get an awesome Iron Man's cool in it.
The airplane. Just watch the airport fight.
Yeah.
That's all you need to see. Because that rules.
Yeah, everybody's in it besides Thor and Hulk. And we'll get that next year with Thor Ragnarok. But yeah, Doctor Strange comes out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you wrote this in. Speaking of Doctor Strange, where do you think you're going to put it on your list?
No, I was going to say that. I think it will fall probably at number 7. 6 or 7. I have a hard time with
Mine's at number 7, too.
Really?
Yeah, right below Hulk.
Mine's right below Iron Man.
Mine's right below Hulk. So that would make it number 2 then. But on the original appearance of the Hulk, Doctor Strange would be number 7.
Yeah, I think it'll be better than obviously both Thors. I think it'll be better than Cap 1. I think it'll be better than Iron Man 3 because I think when I watch this movie, I won't be upset afterwards. So it'll be higher than Iron Man 3. And then
same, except I have it mine as it being better than Avengers 2.
No, I do. Yeah, I think it'll replace Avengers 2.
It beat Ant-Man out. I like Ant-Man a lot.
Yeah, it beat mine too. Ant-Man. Yeah, I think it'll be hard for it to be Avengers 1 just because of the experience. It won't be Iron Man. It could be better than Iron Man 2, but the reason I like Iron Man 2 is because it's just the moment it happened in my life, and I just like some parts of it, like the War Machine stuff, and I just really loved it. I think Iron Man 1's a stronger film than Iron Man 2.
Oh, Iron Man 2 is great.
Yeah, I think Iron Man 3 is a stronger film than Iron Man 2, but I like Iron Man 2 probably better than all three of them. Anyway, that's our list for the MCU. We'll figure out. We'll tell you on
Talk about Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange next time. We'll see. We'll give you a very spoilerific review, and we'll kind of go in depth in it and what we liked and what we didn't like, and what we hope to see in Infinity War. So
we did it.
We did it. First
That's
podcast, guys. Thank you guys for being with us. Please like and follow our channel.
Yeah, sorry if it's terrible. If it is, still do it.
Yeah, please do it anyway.
Special thanks to Wade on the camera.
Wade, thank you.
Now, Wade, what I want you to do is sweep in some things that say special thanks to Wade. Some digital. I wanted to actually just make little robots come in and slowly build it out of like different metals. It'll be dope.
Whoa!
Can't wait to see it. I can't believe he's doing it. Wade, good job, man.
Okay.
Well, send us off.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you guys. This is Matt Mitchell, and I'm Donavon Thompson. Please follow us. Go on Facebook, Madman Productions. Go on Twitter, Matt and Don Films on Twitter, and then our website, madman-entertainment.com. Just follow us, and we'll keep going, guys. And there's a lot more stuff we do that we haven't talked about this time. We'll talk about in the next few podcasts. We're just trying to get our feet wet. Thank you, guys. Matt, any last words?
Win, wazzle.